Hello everyone, this is the Reaching Out channel, and my next video I'm going to look at the overlapping generations doctrine that troubled us for many years. So in the end we had no choice but to write to Brooklyn Bethel, because if we're going to want clarification we've got to go to the horse's mouth, haven't we? And this, everyone, is the letter that we got back. Don't know if you can see it there. 1 page compared to the letter that we sent, which was 3 pages long. And our letter, which we sent in January 2014, and it took them 5 months to come back with that letter of 1 page. Was it worth the wait? I'll let you judge for yourselves. So, let me tell you about the letter that we wrote. It starts off by saying, "Dear brothers, we have been advised to write to you on the recommendation of our elder friend of some 20 years who, like ourselves, has been unable to find the answer to our question, despite many hours spent prayerfully researching the Watchtower publications and much lost sleep as a result." And that was true. We were very, very troubled about it. "The difficulty arises from the Watchtower of 1st of January 2014, with the new thought of 2 groups of anointed in respect of this generation of Matthew 24 verse 33 to 35. See Appendix A for ease of reference. We're trying to be helpful, so we put it down. Having analysed the paragraphs carefully, we are struck by the total lack of scriptural references to support this new thought. As keen Bible students, we are accustomed to using the Bible as our only authority, and indeed skillfully sharing Bible truths with others on the ministry. And actually that was a real problem for my husband. If you can't explain something purely from the Bible, that's a real problem. How are you going to tell people about it when you go door to door? As a collective, we follow closely the example of Jesus, who always said, "It is written." In addition, the August 15th Watchtower of 2006 states in the article, "Let us compare Scripture with Scripture." Yes, sincere Bible students in the 19th and 20th centuries were simply restoring this Christian pattern. The tradition of comparing scriptures with other scriptures continues in the Watchtower magazine. Jehovah's Witnesses use this principle when they analyse a scripture. This new thought is simply introduced to readers with the words, "We understand." It is therefore deeply troubling to our Bible-trained consciences that no scriptures, comparing of scriptures, references or parallels of any kind have been provided in support. Then we go on about, there's a section from the Live Forever book, which just was how my husband was contacted. And we say, "This primary and fundamental belief has now changed." So, in conclusion, please would you be kind enough to reply directly to us with 1. The scripture texts which have been used to reach this new thought of 2 groups of anointed. 2. Clarification on what "little time remains" is actually referring to in paragraph 16. 3. Is this timescale where little time remains different to the "shortly now there will be a sudden end" timescale, as stated in the Paradise on Earth book mentioned earlier, where the ones seeing the events of 1914 unfold would see the end of the system? And we concluded by saying, "We keenly anticipate your response, as this is impossible to explain to anyone on the ministry in simple terms in Scripture." You see, we were really sincere. Bless us. We really wanted to know the answer. So that was dated, let me see, 15th of January 2014. Now, as the months went by, I thought maybe the letter that we've sent to Brooklyn Bethel has been sent back to London Bethel for them to respond. But no, it was just that it was taking a long time. So here we are with the reply, which is dated May 13th, 2004. So 5 months it took them. I shall read it out for you. In your letter, dated January 15th, 2014, you ask what the scriptural basis is for our understanding that this generation that Jesus mentioned at Matthew 24 verse 34 consists of 2 overlapping groups of anointed ones. The Watchtower of February 15th, 2008, page 23 and 24, explained that the generation Jesus was referring to would consist of anointed ones who would only see the sign of his presence but recognise its significance. Scripture reference? Anyone? I shall continue. The Watchtower of April 15th, 2010, page 10, paragraph 14, provided more information, saying, how then are we to understand Jesus' words about this generation? He evidently meant, that the lives of the anointed who were on hand when the sign began to become evident in 1914 would overlap with the lives of other anointed ones who would see the start of the Great Tribulation. Oh, well, that's clear then. The scriptural basis for believing that the generation of Matthew 24 verse 43 could refer to overlapping groups was explained in the box on page 25 of the Watchtower of February 15th, 2008. Yeah, we've read that box. Doesn't explain anything. Troubling. So, scripture references, parallels, anything? Help? In conclusion, should we read the final paragraph? It'll give us some comfort. Since the date for the end of this system has been set by Jehovah long ago, our adjusted understanding of Jesus' words does not put off the end by 1 second. The sign of Jesus' presence in kingdom power and the conclusion of this system of things is clearly evident around the globe. Is it? So we know that the end is near. Jehovah is in full control and nothing can stay his hand. Please accept our warm Christian love and best wishes. Your brothers, Christian Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. Wasn't that worth waiting for? So, if there was any doubt in our minds as to whether we'd made the right decision about stopping going to meetings, that was our proof that we'd made the right decision. It was validating. It was a shame we had to wait so long and tie ourselves in knots trying to find an answer, but it was the process we had to go through, and it was definitely the final nail in the coffin of we've made our minds up. We shall not be going back to Jehovah's Witness meetings. And that brings me to the end of my story. Thank you for listening. Take care. See you later. Bye.